Hey there, Chelsea Norton here, Monarch Alley. Feels good to be back with a haul, but this one is very specific. I've got a stack of books next to me, and I can't wait to show you them. All right, so this weekend I got to go to some yard sales with my best friend. Luckily, she has a really good eye for thrifting as well, and she really encouraged me to get out, so grateful. We had to go a little late because of work, so we went at, I'm not even kidding you, 12:30. And if you know anything about yard selling success, you gotta go early. But I'm gonna tell you, a little preview, little spoiler, I found a really good gem, even though we were late. Okay, so I already told you we started a little late in the day. I'm not gonna lie, the first couple sales that we went to felt like a total bust. You know, it was picked over, there was hardly anything left out. The people were kind of over it. You know, it's like they'd been out there for probably 5 hours, and here we are strolling up to slim pickings. But we just cruised around this neighborhood. It was a neighborhood sale over the weekend, and one house, actually at that point they were so over it that they just had left all their stuff outside with a big sign that said free. It said free, just don't take the table. Now, everything that they left out was children's clothing, so I thought that was really kind and generous of them. So we tried not to take advantage of that. I picked up a couple things I'll probably sell online for minimal profit, but also some items for my kids. So that was really cool. Very grateful for that, very kind people. Okay, so we were like ready to give up. We're cruising through the neighborhood, looking honestly for our way out. You know how subdivisions can be. So we're looking for our way out, and we found one more sale that actually looked like they still had a lot of stuff outside. So we walk up to this sale with high hopes because their driveway is lined with boxes and tables, and it looked like a good assortment of randomness. And truthfully, that's when you find the best stuff. We're walking up, and like grandpa is sitting outside with his granddaughter. They're just like chilling in the lawn, eating turkey sandwiches. Very friendly, they greeted us. So we decided to walk through this particular sale. They did have some toys out, a few clothing items. However, nothing was really getting us excited. So that was disappointing. Typically we look for kind of 50s, 60s vintage home goods. And then I also like to sell clothing online. So we're not finding much, but hey, the people are friendly, we're checking stuff out. We find a box of books. So that's where this book haul is going to come from, is this one particular sale that had a bunch of children's books and random books from like 70s and 80s and some modern books too. And we found some real gems. So I'm gonna show you what I got because I am trying to branch out into books more. I know that a lot of money can be made selling books, and especially now as people are setting up, I've talked about it many times, people are setting up their homeschool environments. You kind of want to freshen up your library. Now, of course, people can still utilize their library, and I hope that they do, but some people either aren't comfortable with that or aren't getting out as much. So it's just kind of nice to have something new and fresh in your personal library, and that's where you can take to eBay, to Mercari, to other platforms, and find some good stuff. So I'm trying to branch into that. Books are intimidating to me, but luckily they all have, well, okay, they mostly have labels that you can scan and see what they're worth. Now, at this garage sale, Grandpa sitting on the lawn eating his turkey sandwich is feeling good, and he said, bundle your stuff up, put it in a box, and just make me an offer. So that's precisely what we did. We put a bunch of books in a box and said, what about $5? And he said, hey, it's the end of the day, what about $4? So that was also really kind and generous. I could tell people it was a nice day, people were just really in a good mood. So a lot of these books are going to be in our personal library, and then probably it's just going to be like a rotating library, right? You read a few times, maybe I can sell on eBay to fund more book buying adventures. We'll see. But I did love all the like 70s and 80s books that they had. So that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so my first one, Mr. Wrong. This little character reminds me of my mom because she definitely has showed me some of these characters before. So this is just a cute little book, you know. Most of the books I found could be probably sold on any online platform for maybe $4 to $7. So not a huge flip, but when considering I paid maybe 25 cents or less per book, that can really start to snowball into some profits that can help, you know, your business in the future. So anyway, Mr. Wrong, so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna say my cost of goods is about $0.25 per book. This one I just was curious about. My mama says there aren't, sorry, I'm reading backwards. There aren't any zombies, ghosts, vampires, creatures, demons, monsters, fiends, goblins, or things. This is right up my spooky alley. I thought it was so cute. So yeah, good condition there. Still have a little price tag. Oh my gosh, my friend picked this one up and I accidentally kept it in my box. Snakes! This is a junior golden guide. Yeah, so there's just like neat illustrations and some basic information about the snakes in there. All the books I've showed you so far are 70s, and I think that they could sell for $4 to $6 each. Oh, this was a neat find. Oh, this was actually at a different sale that we went to. So I did not get this at the same one, but I did pay 50 cents for it. It's a Snoopy book, and I found it listed and sold online for about $15 on eBay. So this is a little more sought after, super adorable. My son has already flipped through it, and it was really cute to see him reading this. He's a beginning reader, so any book that he can read, I'm just super joyful about. Okay, this is probably a bad pickup because of all the horrible jokes that I had to suffer after we brought it home. My best friend's daughter is 10 and she loves a crappy joke, so this was just right up her alley. Anyway, yeah, I thought this would just be fun to flip through. Do you want me to read one? Okay, I'm gonna do one. Let me see here. There were a lot of knock-knocks. Some bunny books. Let's see, what's this piggy up to? Knock knock. That's where you say who's there. Doesn't who? Doesn't anybody want to play with me? So yeah, that's where I need sound effects to go like wah, wah, wah. Gotta have a joke book around though. This is another book I got for my son to read, Bad Kitty. I found this sold for like $7 or $8, which is interesting because that's like the original retail price, but people like Bad Kitty books. That's a beginning chapter book. This one's pretty cool too. This one sells for about $7 or $8, Minecraft the Island. So yeah, they're both super obsessed with playing Minecraft right now, and so they're excited to see this book that they could read. So I'm curious about how that will go. A few more modern books, and we'll get back into the kind of older style books, but these are books that once again I got for my son to try reading. Junior novel, Lego Batman movie, and then 2 Phineas and Ferb books, which is kind of cool considering that a new movie dropped on Disney Plus recently. So anyway, yeah, kind of fun. Okay, what else do we have? Like I said, keep watching because I have a super mega gem at the end that I did not expect. I mean, I kind of expected it to be worth a little bit. I just bit my tongue, I was so excited. But super mega gem at the end, okay? Hang in there. The moon seems to change. Now this one's interesting because pretty much $4 or $5 is what the solds are, but then there was one website that had it listed at $48. I'm like, what's different? What's different about that one? But I think $4 or $5 would be about right here. This one is just so cute. Now I'm not familiar with this Georgie and the Noisy Ghost, but it did, like, the imagery brought me back to books when I was a kid, and so I thought, well, this looks kind of cute and Halloween's coming up, so yeah, it's always sweet when that stuff is untouched, but I actually really like it when I see little messages in them. Yeah, just, yeah, really cute. I just showed you the end of the book. Spoiler. Okay, so this is E.T. Couldn't pass it up. Look at the little baby Drew Barrymore. So sweet. We haven't actually watched this movie yet, but my friend's daughter has, and so she seemed interested in reading the book, although even for a 10-year-old, like, that movie was kind of intense for her. So this is supposed to be a book and tape, so it's supposed to come with a cassette tape that I didn't see at the sale, but still pretty cute and nostalgic. Like, a lot of these are good books to just like have on display, or even have like in your children's room as decoration or on the coffee table. Just cute nostalgic books to have around. Got this from my baby corduroy. I don't even remember this story. Like, I know this is a classic, don't even remember it, so I'm excited to read it with him. More books that I just can't pass up on are the Bernstein Bears books. So this one's called Bernstein Bears Get Stage Fright. Little sister, come on, you can do it. Yeah, I collect these, and ooh, have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? Do I dare get that weird on my channel? So this is spelled Bernstein Bears. In my brain, I swore it was E-I, like Bernstein. I guess it is. But anyway, in my head, that's how it's spelled. So you can go down a serious Google or YouTube rabbit hole looking up this controversy of so many people distinctly remember it being spelled one way, but here we are and the books are spelled another way. Now I think a lot of that is just our memories playing tricks on us, but it's a pretty interesting little like conspiracy theory if you're into that sort of thing. Anyway, the books are cute for, you know, $3-4. Like they're not gonna sell for a lot of money, but they're cute. Okay, I have about 4 left, so not too bad, we're hanging in there. Okay, so this one is called The Things in Moldy Manor. Now this one's actually selling for about $15 online, so once again, kind of a better find here. It's a pop-up book, so what you're gonna look for with pop-up books is that things pop up, right? So this one's pretty neat because you can slide things and they pop open. And I think everything I found in this was actually looking really good. Maybe one thing was kind of stuck. I think it was a spider actually. Was kind of stuck open. But anyway, sorry to like, now I'm just wanting to read this book. I love spooky, creepy Halloween books, like children's ones. I'm not that brave. So yeah, I felt like that was a good find. Hopefully my kids don't ruin it, but yeah, it is what it is. This one is so funny. The children's cookbook. Firstly, you open it up and that's what you get. Like, oh my gosh, pizza bunny. And then as you flip through it, there's just all kinds of fun recipes for snacks. It definitely looks 70s to me, but I didn't see a year printed on it. So let me see if I can find any other fun recipes. One thing that was funny too is at the beginning it says, hey, before you cook, you know, talk to your mom. She's had a lot of experience in the kitchen. I'm like, not this mom, sorry. Shoot, there aren't really a lot of other pictures. Oh, this is fun. Okay, sticking with our Halloween spooky theme. Look at those kids. Oh. So anyway, yeah, the kids are really enjoying trying to learn how to cook in the kitchen. So we thought this would be a fun one to try out some recipes, especially for like pizza bunnies. You just can't argue with that. Okay, let's see here. This one, Land Before Time. No, nothing to explain here. It's just darn cute. You know, it's a classic movie. This is a book from 1988. It's in excellent condition. Still has the sleeve. It is a hard cover book. Pretty simple otherwise. I actually prefer it that way. But yeah, Land Before Time. Just so sweet. A lot of stuff that I'm finding from like the 80s and 90s is becoming popular as, you know, that generation. That's my generation. You know, I was born in 87. And like all those things that we had when we were kids, now that we're grown-ups and starting to have hopefully somewhat regular jobs and maybe a little disposable income, we're wanting to relive that some of that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I have searched eBay for Skip-Its. Do you remember Skip-Its? They are so expensive. And I've searched eBay for Gap and for like a Yak Back and Tamagotchi. And anyway, that stuff is like kind of a bolo, right? Like that's the new vintage stuff that is becoming popular because people want to relive some of those childhood memories. So I picked this up because I don't know anything about it and it was cheap. And so I thought, oh, let's give that a try. Cracked magazine. I think when you only have one of these, unless it's some kind of special issue, they don't seem to be worth a lot. So this is selling for like $5. Okay, my son must have sensed that I was about to make the great reveal, and so he decided to interrupt my video, so I probably mediocrely edited that. So sorry. Okay, so I showed you the Cracked magazine. So this is the final gem that I was telling you about. Okay, I have it listed already. Okay, some things you just have to list right away. You know what I'm saying? So sorry for the crinkly noise. I'm taking it out of its plastic wrap. So this is a fairly unassuming magazine, right? Nintendo Power. I just grabbed it because, hey, I was a kid. I like Nintendo, and I know that Mario stuff, whatnot, is still pretty popular. Like I said, we're talking about 90s kids, 80s kids, 90s kids that played these video games, that have some disposable income, and they want to expand their collections. Here we are, Nintendo Power magazine. So I grabbed it, came home, kind of went about my business, and then later that day I decided to just go ahead and just do a little search and look it up. And so apparently this is the first issue that ever came out of Nintendo Power magazine. So it's from August 1988. It was originally $3.50. And I think it's definitely, you know, a little banged up, a little wrinkly. The corners have some damage there, just from life. But I think what's really special about this magazine is that the inside has a Zelda map. And so I'm looking, and I didn't play Zelda, but as I was looking this up, I'm like, oh, you know, oh, a poster inside, cool. I didn't even realize that there was a Zelda map on the opposite side of it. Okay, so there's the map there, and I think that's what makes this so special is that Zelda players are really serious about Zelda, and they want to collect all that stuff and maybe use the map. I don't know. I didn't play Zelda. I know I got to. Anyway, so I look it up online, and this magazine, I think the highest one that I found, obviously this is like shoot for the stars sort of price, but the highest one I found sold for $247. And it's a magazine from 1988. What? Yeah. But other ones were selling for $30. So I was like, okay, the prices are all over the place. I'm not sure what to do, but I did compare some of the higher dollar ranges. It seemed like an average was maybe more around the $80 to $100 range. So I compared their condition with the condition of this magazine. And there were multiple auctions that were sold recently for in that price range, $80 to $100, that were in actually pretty similar condition from what I could tell, and they were auctioned. So here's what I did. I'm not gonna have a final conclusion for you. You're gonna have to follow me on social media or subscribe to see what happens, but I will tell you, I listed this at auction for $75. That very same night, it's a 7-day auction. That very same night, I had a bid for $75. The next day, I received a bid for $78. Slow moving, but I have already essentially sold this magazine for at least $78, and I could not be more blown away or thrilled about that. I feel like usually I thought the strategy in auctions was to kind of wait till the last day and, you know, put in your bid to try to keep the price low, but no, these people aren't playing around. They want this magazine, and I am so excited to be able to send it to a collector that's going to really enjoy it. So this is the big garage sale find of the last weekend. So excited, so grateful that I could find this. Honestly, can't believe it. I guess I just need to continue to trust my instinct. I feel like I said, this kind of 80s and 90s things, the nostalgic pop culture stuff is doing well. I'm fairly in tune with that because I was your typical kid that played Game Boy and Pokemon and was into that sort of thing. So I'm just gonna keep following these instincts, see what I can make happen. So anyway, that's my video for today. I will definitely keep you updated on how that auction goes. So anyway, like this video, leave me a comment about, you know, do you remember picking up Nintendo Power? Or do you even pick up books? Do you resell books, or do you just keep them in your personal collection? I'm curious to get to know you and to know your strategies too. So drop me a comment with that info below, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.